This is Crystal High with Politic365 here with Mr. Howard Woolley, Senior Vice President of Strategic Alliances and Wireless Policy for Verizon. How are you?
I'm fine, Crystal, and I appreciate this opportunity to talk to your audience.
Well, I'm very grateful that you took some time out today to speak with us as well. So we want to jump right in. Give me a sense for what some of the priority policy issues are that Verizon has on its plate right now.
We are very much interested in the effort by the Obama administration to bring on 500 megahertz of new wireless spectrum over the next 10 years, 300 megahertz over 5 years and 500 over 10. We're very much interested in working with the administration on making that happen. And in the process, we're very much interested in helping our first responders obtain the spectrum that they need, and also to work with first responders on making sure that they have access to the kinds of networks and devices that they need to better serve our communities.
So, when we talk about spectrum and wireless technologies in particular, that's a real hotbed of conversation, especially for communities of color, because that's a technology we tend to be over adopters in. What kind of potential do you see for wireless technology to really help with economic development, education, health, public safety type opportunities?
I think wireless technology is critical to economic development, and increasingly it's part of the effort to provide educational opportunities to people. And as you noted, minority communities are over adopting these technologies, and the most recent Pew study showed that nearly half of African Americans and Latinos access the internet through their wireless smartphones. And that's why it's critical that we pursue policies on taxation that keeps these taxes on telecommunications under control. And there is a bill in Congress, the Cell Tax Fairness Act, which would put a moratorium on these excessive taxes on wireless communications. And with minority communities oversubscribing to these technologies, it's very important that you not end up with a bill that's 20% of state and local taxes on the bill, instead of the services that the communities are paying for, which are the wireless services.
And what's interesting about that is, I think it's one of those points that people don't really think about in terms of the overall affordability equation for wireless services, especially for low-income, fixed-income communities. If we see those tax rates continue to rise, what do you think will happen to wireless adoption and cell phone use?
Well, we would hope that we're very hopeful that Congress will take action this year and put a moratorium on these taxes, so that the adoption doesn't begin to slow down, because taxes are a disincentive to the usage of products and services. And so we're very much hopeful that we can get stem this tide of taxation, and continue to make these devices, continue to get these devices out to communities of color, and to have them pay for the services that they want. They want the access, they want the voice services, they want the video services. They're not paying, they're not signing up with a wireless carrier as a backdoor tax collector.
What are some of the things in this space, in the communication space, that excite you the most? What gives you the most hope for, seeing some new innovation coming down the pipeline?
Well, I think the opportunity that our company has at this point in time, where we have nationwide fourth generation spectrum on the Verizon wireless network, is a tremendous opportunity for us to do things with the fourth generation of wireless that we weren't able to do with the third generation. And one of the things that's unique that was developed by our chief operating officer is a rural fourth generation wireless program where we are working deals with smaller wireless carriers to lease our spectrum to them in exchange for allowing our customers to roam on their network, and then their customers can roam on our nationwide network. And it's going to get these smaller wireless carriers into the fourth generation of wireless faster than if they were than if we frankly if we didn't have this program.
And it seems like that would be something that's supportive of, this notion of kind of entrepreneurial development, a lot of new opportunities coming down the pipeline. So some of the work with Verizon could really create opportunities for minority entrepreneurs.
There's opportunities to create. There are opportunities here to create all kinds of innovation in our industry, and I think that what we're doing with this rural LTE program is a first step, and there's other things that we can bring online that I think people will be excited about. I also feel that we need to get more people from communities of color involved in the applications development. The big deal in wireless now are the app stores, and on these smartphone devices, people are downloading applications, and so we need to have more minorities developing applications that will run on these devices and really impact and shape the industry going forward.
Well, it sounds like some exciting things are going on, and I thank you for taking some time out your schedule today.
Well, thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate the opportunity.